Barbershop conversation, guys. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. So I want to show you, all you guys that saw the video the first time, I'm going to show you what it looks like now. And I'm going to put you guys up on game because I know a lot of you guys don't want to work for yourselves. You see, I put it's laminate floors, painted. Don't mind the curtains. I'm going to put blinds up. But this is what it looks like now. Remember when I started about 35 days ago? Now it looks clean. I changed the windows out, but that will all be done this week. And the bathroom, if you guys can see the bathroom. See, now it's definitely rentable, and I'll explain to you guys the property gain in a second, in 2 minutes or less, because I know you guys watch these videos. Well, anyways, here's how it works, guys. And I want everyone to understand this hustle. I know everyone sell drugs, you want to flip. Property is the easiest way to flip. And let me explain how it works. I'll use me as an example. If you don't have, it takes one down payment to change your career, change your life forever. You know, I got in some time ago, years ago, where the property was much less. But if you have 3 or 4 guys, y'all can go in together. I advise you guys to do that. And you come up with one down payment. Let's give round numbers. Right, let's say I buy a building for, this is LA, so I buy a building for $500,000, right? You put down 20% of let's say 20% of 500,000 is $100,000, right? And let's say, oh, that's a lot of money, right? But if you go in with 3 guys, that's $33,000 a piece, right? And if you have $33,000 a piece, you put the down payment and you make money on the rent. Now, let's say in LA, these buildings are 2 bedroom, 1 bath. They go for anywhere between $1,400 and $1,600. In the hood, South LA, right? Because I don't have no properties in Santa Monica. I have South LA, Inglewood, in that area, right? And let me explain to you guys how important it is for you guys to invest in property. Let's say you buy a property for $500,000, right? In 5 years, I guarantee you, you'll make maybe between $80,000 to $160,000 off the property, meaning the equity, right? In addition to the rent. I got lucky. One of my units pays for about 80% of the mortgage of this one building, right? And let's say this is a 5-unit building. I am plus 4 units, and let's say the average rents are anywhere between $1,300 and $1,500. Times that by 4, that's what I bring in a month. You guys understand what I'm saying? And I want you guys to fully understand. People say, oh, you need to flip cars, you need to flip jewelry. Yeah, that comes in your life every now and again. But this is the only game where you can flip it and get equity. You guys understand what I'm saying? I'm sorry you guys can't see me. I just realized you can't see me. But as you guys can see, we repainted and did everything. And I encourage you guys, especially if you live in the Midwest. I just got my DBA in Ohio. So I'm going to start flipping homes in Ohio. But I encourage you guys, please understand me. Oprah said they're not making any more land, right? And I got lucky because I had a great business partner. I was going to Vegas every weekend, dropping thousands of dollars on a blackjack table and a roulette table, trying to get rich right now. And when in actuality, what we all want to do is be wealthy, right? And being wealthy is just having an additional $3,000 to $5,000 on top of the money that you save every month, right? If you have $3,000 to $5,000 more than what you make a month on top of what you save, you're wealthy. That means you can do whatever you want to do in life twice. And that is so crucial. Like, you know, poor people can do it once. Right? They save up for 6 months to go to Disneyland. They save up for a year to go to Disney World. You guys understand what I'm saying? Wealthy people can do that twice. And I want you guys to fully understand this, man. And, you know, I went to college. I did it the right way. But it took a guy with no degree, just street savvy, and sat me down and said, Fred, if you want to be wealthy, it's slow and grow. It's not no injection where you can become a millionaire overnight. And he says, And truth be told, you'll never have $1 million in the bank, but you'll have it in the ground. And that is so important. You understand what I'm saying? Because you can live off of the stuff that's in the ground. If it's in the bank, the government can hold you accountable. You guys understand what I'm saying? You can do DBAs, you can do 1031 exchange. I'll teach you guys all that. Put it in the comment section. I'll gladly explain that stuff to you. But I encourage you from the depths of my heart, from the bottom of my soul, find a partner, find a friend that you can trust, and invest in property. You know, I'll be candidly honest. I never had any bad habits, so it's quite easy for me to save money. You know, I never drank, I never smoked, I never really loved food. I enjoyed working out, so that's where I got my endorphins from. But as we go along, I'll drop these videos every now and again. But your initial investment will change your life forever. All it takes is one initial investment, and you take care of that property like you would take care of your daughter or take care of your son. And I guarantee you, in 5 years, even if you buy a property once every 5 years, you're not going to get that working a 9-to-5 job. And by the time you get your third or fourth property, you'll be able to live off of that. Listen to what I'm saying. You'll be able to live off of that. You won't have to check in 9 to 5. It may take you 10 to 15 years to get your fourth to fifth property, but start the investment now. And I know 90% of my audience is guys, and we thrive off being the boss. We thrive off having our own money. Why? Because I'm a man, and I fully understand the gamut of this. And I want you guys to win. All right? I'm not the selfish guy that believes I want all the tea in China. No, because what's the point of having all the tea if you're drinking it by yourself? So, my first rule of thumb, one, eliminate all your fat. And what I mean by that, the excess drinking, the excess partying, just dumb shit that you do. Spending money on women and you know you're not going to get the pussy. Stop wasting your time doing that shit. Invest in yourself. Two, if you live in big cities like LA, you know, it's quite challenging to come up with the initial capital. Find a business partner. Find 4 people total. You plus 3 other people that you guys can come up with $20,000 a piece, right? $25,000 a piece. Within 2 years, start today, come up with $25,000 before you guys. Find a building. You can get it less, but I'm talking about get at least 4 units, right? So if you have 4 people, each of you is accountable for that one building. And you're only going to make $200 or $300 an additional a month, right? But in 5 years, you're going to be able to do a 1031 exchange off the equity of your property, and you done paid down the principal of your loan, right? So it's double. So it's like, so for male terms, it's like a woman that has good pussy and gives great head, all right? If you guys understand what I'm saying. You're paying down the principal, right? And you're getting the equity. You're paying down the principal and you're getting the equity from the property. So if you buy in a bad area, and I got fortunate, the LA Chargers and the LA Rams are coming to Inglewood. They're coming to South LA. So I'm going to get a hit. I'm going to get a positive boom. And that's going to happen all across America. All right? So please hear my voice. All right? And trust what I am telling you. All right? Find 3 guys that you can trust. My first investment was not by myself. Okay? I had a business partner. And as I grew, as I gained confidence, I was able to start buying my own properties. Right? And now, in turn, I can quite potentially live off. Well, I mean, I can. I just don't want. I live off of my equity, amongst the other thing, which gives me the freedom to do films on Floyd Mayweather, which gives me freedom to take care of my son. You guys hear him a lot in my videos, right? And I don't have to clock in every day, right? That's what we don't want to do. Clock in 8 to 5. So, any comments, questions, or concerns? But the first steps I tell you to do. Because you can do this on your own. Eliminate the fat. Trust me, $100 a month equals $1,200 a year. All right, $50 a month equals $600 a year. Cut off all the fat. Stop chasing women and you know you're not going to get the pussy. Because I know it, because I'm a man. So you can't fool or trick me, right? You're spending $300 and $500 a month chasing pussy and you're not going to get it. All right? So eliminate all the fat and find 3 other guys. All right? And you guys go in together. You might have a silent partner. If 2 of them can be silent, trust me, that's better. You guys say, what the fuck are you going to do? No. If you're a tactile, like I'm a tactile person, I'm hands-on. I was here every day working on a unit, you know, and it worked out for me. But if you can get 2 silent partners, Oh, that'll be the biggest blessing you ever can have. And you have another one who's the day-to-day operations with you and the other partner, or you be the silent partner and you got two people you can trust, you're going to win. All right? Because you don't want four opinions on what color should we paint the walls, what type of stove should we buy. You know, a cheap stove, a cheap white stove is $300, but the silver metallic stove is $450, and it looks better. You guys understand what I'm saying? So if you get a Section 8 tenant, you know, or a HUD tenant, you can maximize their voucher, and that's the goal. People say they don't want Section 8. That money comes in every month. The first of every month is guaranteed and it's maximum value. So some of your tenants are paying cash. They pay $1,200. If you get a Section 8 tenant, they're going to pay $1,600 a month, right? That's an extra $4,800 a year. I don't see things in month to month anymore. You know, I see it in terms of the year, right? And so that's my advice. I genuinely appreciate you guys listening. But I know it's tough because I've been broke. When I say I've been broke, I've been poor. I've been on unemployment. You know, I've made $50,000 a year, and half of that went to taxes, loans, car payment, 60, 70% quite possibly. You know, I remember when I was a teacher, I was probably clearing like $600 a month. And I'm like, damn, I only have $600 and I have to pay for gas and I got to pay for food, you know, and I got to go on a date. I'm being candidly honest with you guys. In my early 20s, oh man, it was rough. So I encourage you guys. I want to encourage and inspire you guys. Invest in property. Again, it's slow and grow. It's not an injection where you get rich immediately. It's a 10 to 15 to 20 year plan. All right. Sometimes you hit one big, but the 10 to 20 year plan, right? And since this is a boxing channel, equate that to starting off in the amateurs, and you're fortunate enough to become a professional boxer, 20 fights in, 25 fights in. That's a 15-year process, right? You start at 8, and by the time you're 27, 28, 20-year process. Boom, you get your first $1 million fight on CBS, right? You get your first $1 million fight on Showtime. Same thing, but except some people don't like it, but your $1 million is not in the bank. It's in the ground, right? And your net worth, no one will ever know your net worth because they just see the buildings. I mean, they don't see, oh, you only got $250,000 in your bank account. When in actuality, your buildings, if you have 6 or 7 buildings in LA, you're a millionaire, right? You're making $30,000 to $50,000 a month, depending on your rents, $30,000 to $40,000 a month, right? That's where you want to be in life, you know? Don't get caught up in them P. Diddy moments. That's a 0.0001%, all right? You can be wealthy with an extra $3,000 to $5,000 a month. All right, so I'm gone. Barbershop Conversations. I genuinely appreciate you guys listening, but I wanted to give you guys the tidbits on how this shit goes, and we can all go to fights together and sit press row, and you know I'll drink my smart water, and you can have your Long Island iced tea, whatever the fuck you drink, Tecate, Corona. I appreciate you guys listening. I'll holler. Peace, guys.